What's going on, y'all? Zach Henderson here, and the common question is, when I'm repeating a workout, should I increase my weight or should I do more reps? And the answer is that it kind of depends on one, what your goal is, what the goal of the program is, and then two, really the nature of the exercise itself. So number one, what I would recommend is that if you are a beginner or if you're doing a exercise that you're not that proficient with, increasing repetitions is probably the way to go. Not only is that going to increase your overall training volume, obviously, but it's also going to give you more practice in honing your technique. Now, certainly if your goal is brute strength and it's something like squats or deadlifts or bench, something that you're relatively proficient at, then certainly increasing your weight will probably be what you want to do. Obviously, check the parameters of the program and with your coach, but usually that's what you want to be thinking of, especially if your overall goal is to lift more weight. Now, certainly working in different rep ranges have different training adaptations that you're going for. Certainly when you're sticking with low reps, anything below like 5, you're probably going to want to be thinking about increasing your weight, and anything that's between like maybe 5 to 8 or 5 to 12, probably want to increase your reps until something like 12 to 15 is super easy. Then obviously you increase your weight until you're in that sweet spot of you're working hard, but you're also hitting the rep ranges that you are prescribed. Hope that helps.
All right, so I thought it would be cool to illustrate the concepts that I'm talking about here in this video with some training highlights. So as you can see, I'm doing body weight pull-ups here, and I'm doing a lot of them, just around 20, I believe. Now, for a guy around my size, once you get to around 15 or 16, you really hit a point of diminishing returns just by training pull-ups like to a maximal degree, you know, just trying to do as many reps as possible every time you train. So what I did to increase my numbers here in a relatively short amount of time is actually switch my training from strength endurance by trying to do maximal reps to more raw strength. So what I did was I added weight to my pull-ups and I kept my reps in the 1 to 5 rep range. Now, after you watch me try to struggle to get one last rep here, I'm actually going to show you Megan, who is doing some weighted pull-ups and dips. I thought it would be cool to showcase her right here because she's super strong. And she's doing pull-ups and dips with an extra 20 pounds there on the belt, which again is going to help build that raw strength that is going to carry over into those higher rep ranges when she's just doing them body weight. So just a cool illustration of how you can manipulate the rep and the intensity ranges. Oh, and hey guys, one more thing before I forgot. Even just thinking beyond sets and reps and weight for a particular exercise, there's one way that you can make any exercise even more challenging without changing either of those things. And that is simply to change the tempo of the exercise. So that's quite simply usually making it slower on the negative or eccentric portion. And of course, pausing at different ranges of motion during the particular exercise. Just changing the speed, changing the tempo, how fast or how slow you go through range of motion is the quickest, simplest, easiest way to make it more challenging. So you might want to think about incorporating some different tempos into your workouts before you even worry about changing the reps or the weight.